Hi friends, we are in the Third Eye Chakra series class for Gentle and Restorative Yoga, and I'm Diana. Today we are going to start in Warrior. Hi friends, this is Diana. We are in our third, Hi friends, this is Diana. We are in our Gentle and Restorative series in our Third Eye Chakra class. So today I want us to start with our feet parallel, toes pointing forward. We're going to come into mountain pose. So elongate that spine, have your arms out beside you, palms shining forward, close your eyes, and find your breath. Excellent. Let's inhale, arms up, look up. Now we're going to grab our right wrist with our left hand and we're going to tilt over to the left. Inhale back to center, switch wrists and tilt to the right. Inhale back to center, release those arms down. We're going to do a few side to sides with our head towards our shoulders. And then we're going to come to neutral spine, and then it's going to be chin down and chin up. Down, up, down, up, and down, up, and neutral spine. Now we're going to take our right elbow and grab it behind our head. Stretch. And then we're going to switch sides. Grab that left elbow. And release. And now from here we're going to do arm circles. So go one way. And then we're going to go the other way. And release. Now from here, I want us to take our arms, we're going to give somebody a really big hug and lean into it. And then we're going to pull our arms apart and open up our chest. Come forward for the hug. Open the chest. Forward and open and release. Let's come into some shoulder rolls here. And then the other side, the other way. And release. And now from here, let's put our hands on our hips. We're going to ground into that right foot. We're going to lift our left foot off the floor and we're going to do some ankle rotation. So go one way and then the other. And then what we're going to do is we can touch that foot back down to the ground. And then we're going to inhale that knee up to our waist and exhale it down. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. One more time. Up and down and release. We're going to do the other side. So get grounded in that left foot. Lift up the right, rotate that ankle, and go the other way. And then go ahead, touch it down. And then we're gonna inhale it up to our waist. Exhale it down. Keep your gaze low to start, keep your balance. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. And last time, up and down. Great. So from here, we're gonna interlock our hands behind our back. We're gonna pull those arms down, open up that chest, look up, inhale. Put a little bend in your knees and come forward into a forward fold. And then gently roll back up. And roll back down. And roll back up. And one more time, we're gonna come down. We're gonna hold this for a moment. And roll up to standing. And release. Excellent. So from here, we're gonna come into a few chair squats. So we're gonna bring our arms up, and then we're gonna come and sit in our chair, our invisible chair. And we're gonna push back up to standing. Now just walk your feet out a little bit wider. And come back into chair. And push back up to standing. Walk your feet out a little wider. Last time. Come down into chair. And push back up to standing. Release those arms. Good job. So next, friends, we are going to come into tree pose. So I want you to get grounded in your right foot. And what we're going to do first is we're going to put our left foot against the inside of our right leg. I suggest having your hands on your hips, keeping your gaze low to start. And then once you're here, start to play with where your foot is. See if you can slide it up your leg a little bit. If that feels okay, try to bring it up higher. And when you get comfortable, you can bring it all the way up on your upper thigh. So yet again, find your balance, find your strength. Once you're here, see if you can put your hands together in front of your heart. I know it's okay to fall out of tree pose, just get right back in. And then from here, if it's possible, see if you can raise your arms. And then if that's possible, raise your gaze. And if that feels good, all right, now we're going to come into tree on the other side. Take your time, get situated, see where your leg wants to be. Fix your gaze. And then as you feel comfortable, start to play in the pose. And release. All right, now we're going to transition into our warrior series. So I want you to step your left foot forward, right foot back. Right foot's going to be at 45 degrees. Remember, they're on separate train tracks. Bend that left knee, bring it over that ankle, and then hips forward, inhale, arms up, warrior one. Awesome, now I want you to open up into warrior two. Now from from warrior two, we're gonna come into side angle. So we've done this before. We're gonna bend that front arm, rest it on that thigh. Inhale, arm up towards the sky. And if possible, start to bend it overhead. And then inhale up. We're gonna straighten that front leg. We're gonna bring our hips forward, hands on hips. So now we're gonna come into pyramid pose. So we're gonna hinge from the hips, coming forward, and stop when the tension in your leg feels adequate. This is a pretty intense stretch, so don't feel like you have to go very far to feel all the benefits. Excellent. Then we're gonna come out, bend into that knee again. We're gonna bring our arms back up into warrior one. Now from here, friends, we're gonna do eagle arms. So bring your arms into a goalpost. Since the left leg is forward, the left arm is gonna be on the bottom. The right arm is gonna be on the top. We're gonna interweave them. Find your balance, find your strength. And release. And from here, we're going to come into a nice wide stance. Make sure your block is nearby. You're gonna want it in front of you, okay? So from here, once you have your block in front of you, inhale, arms up, gaze up. Nice big X. Now put a little micro bend in those knees, and we're gonna tilt forward. You can rest your hands on that block. Now decide what level you want your block at. You can have it on the lowest level, medium level, highest level. That all depends on how your body feels today. So listen to your body. We're gonna place our left hand on the block. We're gonna inhale that right arm up towards the sky. Keep that little micro bend in your knees. Breathe. And then we're gonna bring that right hand down to the block. And inhale, left arm up towards the sky. Excellent. Bring both hands down to the block. And what I want you to do now is I want you to push into the block as you inhale. And then as you exhale, let your body hang forward. Inhale, push into the block. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, push into the block. Exhale, come forward. Excellent. We're gonna walk our feet a little closer together here. Keep a bend in our knees and gently roll back up to standing. Awesome. So we're gonna do our little warrior series on the other side now, which means right foot is forward. Left foot is back at a 45 degrees. They're on separate train tracks. Hips face forward, arms are up, knee is over the ankle. Make sure you can see your big toe. And breathe. Excellent, open up, warrior two. And we're gonna bend this arm. Bring it onto our thigh. Inhale. Left arm up towards the sky. This feels good. See if you can reach it overhead. And then inhale. Straighten that front leg. Hips forward. Hands on your hips. Coming into pyramid pose on the other side. So we're going to take a nice inhale. Hinge forward from our hips. and see where that stretch feels good for you today. Know that your legs might be different, and that's totally normal. Excellent. We're going to come back up, bend into that knee. We're going to come back, arms up, warrior one. And then we're going to do our eagle arms. So bring those arms down into a goalpost. Right foot's forward, right arm is on the bottom. Left arm is on top. Weave them together. Find your balance. Breathe. And gently unwind. And release. And shake it out. Awesome job, friends. We're going to transition down to our mat into our restorative poses. So I'll meet you there in a minute. And we're going to come onto the mat here. So ultimately, I'm going to explain what we're going to do first, and then we'll do it together. But we're going to put our strap on our right foot.
Diana?
Yes.
Could you try and bring your microphone a little closer to your mouth?
Sure, I could try. I'll try to fix my bobby pin here too. It's sliding. So if anybody didn't hear, you need your block and your belt. Oh my, now I'm a hot mess. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to end up lying down, but we're going to have the strap on our right foot, and we're going to hold the strap with both of our hands. So gently lie down, make sure the strap is on your right foot. And what we're going to do first is we're going to inhale, we're going to lift that right leg up as high as we can get it. Try to have the bottom of your foot face the sky. Depending on how tight your leg is today, that might not be possible. So whatever is possible for you today is a great place to be. And first, we're just going to hold this for a moment. Enjoy the stretch and breathe. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have our block. And depending on how tight your leg is, it's going to depend on where your leg goes. But ultimately, we're going to hold onto the strap. We're going to bring our leg over to the side, and we're going to rest it on our block. So it's going to take a moment to get organized here. And depending on how intense this feels, if this is too much, move your leg further away from your torso if it's too strong and intense. But if you want it more intense, have it closer and higher up to your torso. So just do what feels good for you today. We're going to try to have our hips open up towards the ceiling. We're still holding that strap with our leg, and it's an intense stretch. So I want you to try to relax. Take a nice deep breath. Let it go. Focus on bringing air into the muscles into your leg. Let your leg relax. Let the tightness in your leg just melt away. You're in control. Take nice, slow breaths. You guys are doing such a good job. We are almost there. Keep focusing on your breath and relaxing. Take a nice slow inhale and let it go. Now I want you to bend that right knee and slowly bring it towards you so you can take the belt off your right leg. And then when you're ready, you're going to switch it over onto the left leg. And grab the belt with both hands. Extend both those legs out straight. Hold on to your belt, and when you're ready, inhale that left leg up towards the sky. And now we're gonna take both ends of the belt in one hand, and we're gonna start getting ready to bring our leg out and rest it on our block. So just take a moment to get situated. See where this leg wants to be. It might want to be closer to your torso. It might want to be closer to your other leg. Wherever that is perfectly fine. And try to have your hips open towards the sky. It's intense. So as soon as you get into the pose, I want you to think about bringing your breath into that leg. Bring relaxation into those muscles. Slow your breath. Tell your body that you are open and receptive. Slow your breathing. Remember, you're in control. Try to release any tension you're holding in your body. Unclench your legs. Let your ankles be limp. Just surrender into the pose. You're doing an amazing job. We are almost there. Keep focusing on relaxation and controlled breathing. Now take a nice deep inhale and let it go. Bend that left knee, bring that foot closer to you. Keep the strap on your left foot, and what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna bend our right foot and also put it on the strap now. So we've got both of our feet on the strap. What we're gonna end up doing, folks, is we're gonna come into a modification of happy baby pose. So depending on how tight your legs and your hips are today, will depend on how far apart your feet are. So what we're gonna ultimately do is we're gonna be pulling our knees down towards our chest and towards the floor. And depending on how tight you're feeling, you might want your feet closer together or wider. So why don't you play with that and see what feels good for you. And we're gonna let the gravity and the heaviness of our arms pull our knees towards the floor. This is another intense stretch, so it's okay to make modifications as you're holding the pose. But like we did before, I want you to bring your breath to the tightness that you might be feeling in your thighs. Bring your breath to your hips. Bring your breath to your calves, to your ankles, to your feet. Try to shower your legs in thoughts of relaxation and peace. Take nice, gentle breaths in and out. Keep sending your breath to your legs. Keep sending relaxation to your legs and to your hips. You're safe. You are in control. All right, friends, we are almost there. Keep breathing. You're doing so good. Take a nice deep inhale and let it go. And gently release the strap from your legs. And then we're going to go ahead and give our legs a hug. And gently rock side to side if that feels good to you. Awesome. All right, now we're going to transition into our next pose. We're actually going to need to sit up. So slowly make your way back up to a seated position. And for this next pose, we're going to want our pillow and our block. And what we're going to do is we're going to be coming into a single-legged forward fold. So that right leg is going to extend in front of us. The left leg is going to be bent. That inside of the left foot is going to be on our inner thigh at whatever level is comfortable for you. Our toes are going to be pointing up towards the sky with our right leg. And then we're going to be wanting to have our block in front of us, probably near your knee, maybe a little bit past your knee. And then take your pillow and you can rest it on top of your block. And what we're going to do is we're going to inhale our arms up, and then we're going to hinge from the hips. We're going to forward fold. We're going to let our arms drop onto the floor, and we're going to rest our head on our pillow. You can rest your head to the side. And now if you're feeling really flexible and you don't need the pillow and you can just rest your head on the block, feel free to do that too. It all depends on your legs and your hips and what feels good to you tonight. So use the pillow if that feels good, or just use the block. See where you're at tonight. And like before, bring your breath into your right leg. Bring your breath into your knee. Try to release any tension that you're holding in that leg. Imagine that leg is light as a feather. It's soft. It's supple. Imagine there's no tension in that right leg. And control your breathing. Gentle inhale, gentle exhale. And keep bringing your mind back to your breath. Keep sending relaxation to that right leg. You guys are doing a great job. We're almost there. Hang on just a little bit longer. All right, take a nice deep inhale. And let it go. Push on the floor with your hands. Slowly roll your head back up. Roll that torso up. And we're going to extend our left leg to meet our right. And then go ahead and give your legs a little shake. Loosen them up. And then get prepared to come into single-legged forward fold with your left leg. So the left leg is extended. Toes are pointed up. Get your block, get your pillow. Decide which props you want. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale those arms up. We're going to elongate that spine. And then we're going to forward fold, hinge from the hips. Let your arms rest where they will. You might find that there's different tension in this leg than the other. I'm certainly finding that with my leg right here. And just breathe. Surrender into the pose. Bring your breath into that left leg, into the knee. Bring the breath into the thigh, into the calf. Send your leg relaxation.
Tell yourself you are in control, you are safe, you are comfortable, and that left leg is light and soft. And just slow that breath down. Keep bringing your breath into that leg. Keep sending your left leg thoughts of relaxation. We are almost there, friends. Couple more breaths. Take a nice deep inhale. Let it go and slowly roll up. Oh, yeah. And we're going to extend that right leg out and go ahead and give those legs a shake again. Loosen them up. Awesome. Okay, so our next pose, we are going to want our pillow and our block. And we're going to take our pillow and we're going to put it underneath our side. So we can start on our left side. You can just have your knees stacked to start. We're going to have the block up above. And I'll tell you where we're going to put that in a second. But first, we're going to stretch that left arm out and we're going to rest our head on the left arm. Then we're going to push that block up a little bit past our wrist. And we're going to extend our right arm and have our palm flat on the block. And the block is going to be sort of nestled against our extended left arm where our head is rested. So we are in the beginning of stages of getting into supported banana. So this is part one. And then once you're here, I want you to extend your left leg out nice and straight, but make sure that your right foot is underneath that leg, supporting it a little bit. So we've got our right arm stretched out and then our right leg stretched out. And as you're holding the pose, keep thinking about reaching towards the opposite walls with your arm and with your leg. You're going to feel a great side stretch here. And breathe. And yet again, think about releasing any tension you're holding in your body. Imagine you're surrendering into the pose while still stretching towards the opposite walls. You guys are doing a great job. We are almost there. Keep breathing. Take a nice deep inhale and let it go. And we can release our right hand from the block, push on the ground, start to come up, and then we're going to switch sides. So take a moment, get yourself situated on the other side. Make sure that pillow is underneath your side. Have your legs stacked in together first. And we're going to stretch that right arm out, rest our head on our right arm, push the block up past our wrist, and then put our left palm on the block, stretching it nice overhead. And then once you're here and you're comfortable, we're going to extend that left leg out nice and straight, making sure that your right foot is underneath it to help support it a little bit. So we're going to surrender into the pose while we're also stretching our leg and our arm towards the opposite walls. And control your breathing, slow and steady. Keep reminding yourself to relax and stretch. You're doing a great job. We're almost there. A few more breaths. Take a nice deep inhale and let it go. We're going to move that left hand and start to push ourselves up. Move that pillow out of our way. And just to stretch our body out, let's go ahead and come into a child's pose for a moment here. So we'll extend those arms out, bend those knees, stretch out that back. Excellent. And slowly come back up. And then friends, we're going to make our way into Shavasana. So go ahead and stretch yourself out on your mat. Legs long, arms out at your sides. Palms shining up towards the ceiling. And I want you to work from the top of your head. Let your eyes be heavy. Let your jaw relax. Let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Release any tension in your neck
Release any tension in your shoulders. Bring your breath to your chest. Let your belly be soft. Let your back be relaxed. Let your hips be heavy. Your thighs relaxed. Your knees relaxed. Your calves and your shins. And let your feet be heavy like rocks. Let your entire body melt into the mat. Now, friends, I want you to take a nice deep inhale and let it go. And wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, rock your head side to side, and then we're going to roll onto our left side into a fetal position. And then gently push yourself up into a seated position. Feel free to sit on your block or your pillow to get comfy. Now next, friends, we are going to be moving into our breathing exercise. And tonight, I want to introduce a new breathing technique that we haven't done before. It's called Nadi Shodhana, which means alternate nostril breathing. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our pointer finger and our middle finger on our right hand. Okay, we're going to put them in between our eyebrows. And then we're going to take our ring finger and we're going to put it on our left nostril just lightly. And our thumb will be controlling our right nostril. Okay? So what we're going to do first is we're going to block our left nostril with our ring finger, and then we're going to inhale through the right nostril. Pinch both of our nostrils together with our thumb and our ring finger. We're going to pause for a second, then we're going to release our ring finger. Exhale through the left nostril. Inhale through the left nostril. Pinch both nostrils close together, and then we're going to exhale from the right nostril. Inhale from the right nostril. Pinch your nostrils together, and then release the ring finger and exhale. Inhale through the left. Pinch them together. Release the thumb. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Release with the ring finger. Exhale from the left. Inhale from the left. Pinch it together. Now continue on your own.
and gently release. It's a little complicated at first, but it can be a very calming breath. So I encourage you, if you're ever encountering moments of stress and you're able to, turn to alternate nostril breathing. It will quickly help you regain control of your emotions. And now, friends, we're going to move into our awareness practice. So you can remain seated or you can lie down. Do whatever is going to feel most comfortable for you. And whatever position you're in, make sure your spine is elongated. Your eyes are closed. If you're sitting, rest your hands gently in your lap in a way that's comfortable to you. And what we're going to do now, friends, is I want you to imagine the ocean gently breaking waves on the shore, on a nice sandy shore, on a beautiful sunny day. And as the waves break onto the beach, I want you to inhale. And as you exhale, imagine the waves being pulled back towards the ocean. Inhale, waves are crashing on the shore. Exhale, waves are returning to the ocean. And try to make it as vivid as possible. Imagine the light glinting off the waves in the water as it's moving back and forward. Imagine some of the froth and the waves and the bubbles as they're breaking on the sand. Imagine the smell of the ocean. And imagine what the sand looks like as it's being pulled towards the ocean as the waves are receding. And let your breath and the waves be one. All right, friends, take a nice deep inhale and let it go. If you're lying down, please come into a seated position. We'll elongate our spines. And we'll take a nice big inhale, bring those arms up towards the sky, palms together, bring them in front of your heart. Let's do that one more time. Nice big inhale, arms up, hands together in front of your heart. And bow your head to your heart. Thank yourself for taking time, especially on a day like today, to take care of yourself, to step out of the chaos and the noise, and to return to your breath and to this moment. Thank you so much for taking this time with me tonight. Sending you love and light. Namaste.